Welcome to Forecast, Save and Improve Lives. We can identify those patients early today who will be critical tomorrow. The goal is to personalize healthcare in early life. My name is Thorsten Baluschek. I'm the CEO of NeoPrediX. I've dedicated the last 20 years of my life to bring new products to markets that help babies to have the best possible start into life. The first 1,000 days of life will determine the future. Risks that are not identified early on will result in long-term consequences. Newborn morbidity and mortality are still high. Each year, 2.4 million babies die right after birth. And many more will suffer from illnesses and side effects that can be avoided if identified and treated early on. The challenge is that the first hours and days of life really determine the future. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce to you the first neonatal dedicated predictive neonatal decision support platform that allows to forecast maternal, perinatal, and neonatal disease progression. This is like forecasting the lottery numbers for tomorrow night. Now you just have to pick the right numbers and you win. With this forecasting, we would like to help 140 million babies annually born and 220 million pregnant women around the world. Our goal is to reduce mortality, morbidity, and long-term consequences while also controlling healthcare costs and burden to society. We are not a one-trick pony. Our pipeline is filled with exciting opportunities that address a total available market of about $25 billion annually. Let's start with newborn jaundice. 60% of all newborns are affected by hyperbilirubinemia, also here in Switzerland, which can, if not detected and treated early on, cause kernicterus and permanent brain damage. That is hundreds of thousands of babies just in Central Europe. But how to differentiate between those that will need therapy, those that just need some time, and those that can go home earlier? We can help. More importantly, you can contribute to reduce the number of children suffering from permanent brain damage caused by kernicterus to zero around the world. Our algorithms can also be applied to maternal health, for example, preeclampsia. The numbers are staggering. 500,000 babies die each year right after birth because of complications caused by preeclampsia, and more than 70,000 women die because of it. NeoPrediX is on the way of forecasting the risk of preeclampsia, and thus you can help us to help mother and child. The ultimate nightmare to all of us parents: sudden infant death. Globally, about 15,000 babies die each year of sudden infant death, about 1,000 here in Central Europe. But sudden infant death is not that sudden. You can be part of the solution to forecast those newborns that have cardiovascular risks and need to be put on 24/7 vital signs monitoring, and with that avoid sudden infant death. Last but not least, food allergy. Tens of thousands of babies will develop some type of food allergy, often by the time they start kindergarten or school. This is more than 11 million newborns each year. When identified early after birth, within 7 days after birth, those allergies can be avoided. Just imagine our grandchildren can enjoy whatever they want to eat again, in school, at home, wherever. And finally, let's move on to sepsis. Just in the United States, 400,000 babies are born prematurely, and about 75% of them are treated with antibiotics in order to avoid sepsis. While this is a good thing, the number one side effect is hearing loss because of antibiotics. About 15,000 babies just in the United States are affected every year. You can help to identify those babies that do not require high dosages of antibiotics and thus avoid hearing loss. Now, we need your help. The objective is to identify those patients today who will be critical tomorrow, to optimize and personalize healthcare in early life. One example: as many of you know, the benchmark for usefulness in predictive algorithms is at least 90% accuracy, and we consistently beat that number in our clinical trials. We can clearly demonstrate our advantage to hospitals, both in medical as well as in cost effectiveness. And this is what a forecast, in this example, bilirubin, neonatal jaundice, looks like. So we have 3 data points, and based on that, we can forecast the next 48 hours of dynamic bilirubin progression. And with that, help clinicians to identify those babies that will need treatment. If they are discharged, they will be readmitted, or those that can go home safe early. Our patent-protected algorithms has FDA Class 2 510K exempt registration, and we are expecting CE certification later this year. The company has been founded here in Switzerland, in Basel, in the year 2020, and we have subsidiaries in Germany and the United States. We are already ISO 13485 certified and just concluded a multi-center clinical trial in Germany with more than 450 patients. Our technology can be used in many medical areas. The platform will always be the same with seamless integration with electronic medical records. And as I said earlier, we will bring one new application to market each year. Our business model is designed to fit current clinical medical practice. We charge an annual license fee for software as a service based on expected usage from a particular hospital at 40 Swiss francs dollars per baby in application. We offer EMR integration into Epic. Stern and Orbis will follow next year. We help to manage available data to screen for diseases early on. The clinical decision support platform helps clinicians to deliver better care. We call in hospitals and payers. We have identified the key hospitals that we need to target in order for a successful rollout in the United States and Europe. We are covering 2/3 of the US territory with a non-exclusive sales force, and we have about 35 people on the street in the United States right now. This is an experienced leadership team with a mix of entrepreneurial, very difficult word for me, and academic backgrounds that has worked together for a number of years. We added to our in-house experience an outstanding global advisory board to provide insight and connections. And last but not least, as a public company, with a superb supervisory board with decades of industry experience. Our goal is to reach break-even in the year 2025. I'm here today not only to introduce the company to you, but we are raising a 2 round and are looking for 12 million Swiss francs in order to really drive our global rollout and, more importantly, the pipeline development as presented to you. NeoPrediX plays a significant part in achieving the target number 3 of the Sustainable Development Goals set out by the United Nations, good health and well-being. As well as supporting these SDGs, we see ourselves as a global citizen. We are very proud that our workforce of 18 people represent 8 different countries. Please invest into the paradigm shift to identify those patients today who will be critical tomorrow. And with that, make sure that every baby has the best possible start into life. Very much looking forward to your comments. I'm available to take your questions right now. Thank you very much for your attention.